Namo Namah. Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eyo Bilashi. Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eyo Bilashi. Je tomara sharana loy tara vancha purna hoy. Je tomara sharana loy tara vancha purna hoy. Kripa kori koro tare Vrindavanavasi. Kripa kore koro tare Morae o Vilas Vilas kunje diyo vas. Morae Vilas kunje diyava nayane heribo sada jugala ruparashi. Nayane heribo sada jugala nivedana dhara Shakiranugata karo. Nivedana dhara Shakiranugata karo. Nivedana dhara Shakiranugata karo. Nivedana dhara Shakiranugata. Seva adhikaro diye karo nijadasi. 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 Bina Krishna dase ko jai namora hoy. 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 Shri Radha Govinda preme sada jena bhasi. 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 Shri Radha Govinda preme javasi. Tulasi Krishna preyasi namo namah. 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 Yani kani chappapani brahma hatyadikani cha. Tani tani prana shanti pradakshina pade pade. Yani kani chappapani brahma hatyadikani cha. Tani tani prana shanti pradakshina pade pade. यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्म हत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्म हत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्म हत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Vrinda Devi 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavashicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavashicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha O Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavashicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha Vrinda Devi Tulsi Maharani ki Jai.
Please wait. We'll get you. Thank you. Guru Puja, yes. Jai, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Then I can see the Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Satma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Satma Jake Bandha Muvi Savadhana Mate Bandha Muvi Savadhana Mate Yara prasadhe bhai hi bhavatoriya Yara prasadhe bhai hi bhavatoriya Krishna prapti hoy hoy te Krishna prapti hoy hoy te Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Jite Te Koriya Kya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Jite Te Koriya Kya Harana Kori Homane Asa Harana Kori Homane Asa Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati ऐसे उठामागति ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा Jakshadana Diloya Yamne Yamne Prabhu said Oh Jakshadana Diloya Yamne Yamne Prabhu said Oh Diye Gyan Hida Prakasita Oh, diye gan hida prakasita Prema bhakti yaha hoite yati navinata yashe Oh, prema bhakti yaha hoite yati navinata yashe Vedegaya harasharito Oh Vedegaya harasharito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Varamajanara Bandhu Oh Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Varavajanara Bandhu Lokanatha Kara Jivana Lokanatha Kara Jivana Oh Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Varavajanara Bandhu Oh Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Varavajanara Bandhu Lokanatha Kara Jivana Oh Lokanatha Lokara Jivana Oh ha ha Prabhu Kara Daya De Hamore Pada Chaya Oh ha ha Prabhu Kara Daya De Hamore Pada Chaya Aha Prabhu Kara Daya Deho More Pada Chaya Oh ha ha Prabhu Kara Daya Deho More Pada Chaya He Vyas Kushuk Tribhuvana Oh He Vyas Kushuk Tribhuvana Ha ha Prabhu Kara Daya Deho More Pada Chaya Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Namo. Yes, you tell me when to stop. Yes, yeah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Sunyavadi Pashatadisatharine Namaste Charine Nivishesha Sunyavadi Pashatadisa Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya When I have to stop you to like this. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Sri God Nitai ki jai, Sattva ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, God
Ki bajayo jaya Gaura Chande Harati Kasoba Kiba Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Aratika Soba Jana Vitatane Jagamanaloba Dakenenitaitan Manme Gaddada Daki Nenitai Chan Ome Gaddada Ikate adetashi Vasa Chatradara Ikate adetashi Vasa Chatradara Vasi Achen Urachan Adnati Masane Arati Korina Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Korina Brahma Adi Devagane Ivanara Adhikari Chamadulaya Ivanara Adhikari Chamadulaya Sanjaya Mukundavasu Dotsaya Digaya Sanjaya Mukundavasu Dotsaya Digaya Sankha Bhajenganta Vaje Vande Karjatana Paramidanga Bhaje Paramarasala Madhuramidanga Bhaje Paramarasala Asankavati Gantavade Madhu Madhu Madhavade Asankavade Gantavade Madhu Madhu Madhavade Sankavade Gantavade Madhu Madhu Madhavade Sankavade Gantavade Madhu Madhu Madhavade Madhu Madhu Madhavade Madhu Madhu Madhavade Hajibo 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 Nitya Gaura Hajibo Nitya Gaura Hajibo 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 Nitya Gaura Hajibo Nitya Gaura Hajibo 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 Nitya Gaura Hajibo Ki Baba Kati Chandra Jini Adana Yuchala Ki Baba Kati Chandra Jini Adana Yuchala Dala Dese Vannamana Kula Jannamana Dala Dese Vannamana Kore Jannamana Shiva 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 Sukhanarada Preme Gattagada Vakati Pinata Deke Gora Sambhada Vakati Pinata Deke Gora Sambhada Hibatayo Nande Gaurakan Rutmagasane Yadayo Arati Kasoga Ajan Pitatavan Jagaman Nalova Tavane Jagamanalova Janabinta Tavane Jagamanalova Orange Arati Soba Jagajanam Manadova Gorange Arati Soba Jagajanam Manadova Jagajanam Manadova Jagajanam Manadova Jagajanam Manadova Hajibo 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 Nittagora Hajibo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Narada Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Shamasundar ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai, Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikachaya Stotra Satya Srimad Abhaya Charanana Vinna Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai, ISKCON Samstapakarchaya Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Namachaya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Prem Sikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunna Radha Kunna Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Ramayapur ki jai, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Kartik Urja Vrata ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Some water or what?
Just take it right now, like that.
Namaste Narasingaya Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Daine Pralada Daine Hiranyakasipu Vaksaha Shilatankana Kalane Shilatankana Kalane Itani Singa Paratani Singa Itani Singa Paratani Singa Yattu Yattu Yamitatani Singa Yatta yatta yamitta tani singa Yatta yatta yamitta tani singa Baheni singa idayeni singa Baheni singa idayeni singa Narasimham Madim Saranam Prapade Narasimham Madim Saranam Prapade Narasimham Madim Saranam Prapade Narasimham Madim Saranam Prapade Tava Kala Kamala Padena Kam Advuta Singha Nalita Hiranyakasipu Danabenga Isavajita Nanadirupa Naidagadi Sahade Naidagadi Sahade Naidagadi Sahade Ke sabadi tani rupa Daidagadi sahade Daidagadi sahade Daidagadi sahade Nisingade, Nisingade, Nisingade. Dayanara Hari, Narahari, Narahari, Narahari. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. Jai Prahlad Singha, Prahlad Singha, Prahlad Singha, Jaya Prahlad Singha. Jai Prahlad Singha, Prahlad Singha, Prahlad Singha, Jaya Prahlad Singha. Bhakti Vigna Vinasana Singare Bhagavan Ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Little bit harder. Water little bit harder. Can put it in there?
Yeah, what to do? I don't use it all the time at some times. You have to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I want the harmonium, yeah. Yes, Hare Krishna. Another one? Okay. Jai Ho. Nita on this side. Just here. More in.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Everybody can come a little bit in the front. So we're very fortunate to have His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Maharaj amidst us today. He's a disciple of His Holiness Jayadevata Swami Maharaj. So let's welcome him with a loud Haribo, Haribo, Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Little faster. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Jaya Gopi Dhanavallabha Girivaradari Yasodhanandana Brajananarandana Yasodhanandana Brajananarandana Yamunatira Manachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasani Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyanandana Salakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swaparantikam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Te samsatata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Lord Krishna is the reservoir of pleasure. Rasa Vaisaha. So these Sanskrit words, Rasa Vaisaha, Srila Prabhupada translated as the reservoir of pleasure. It is there where we find pleasure. And if it seems that there is pleasure anywhere else, know it to be the reflection, the shadow reflection of Krishna. That is all. Stavara jangama deke Nadekatara murti, sarvatahoy istadeva spurti. The self-realized soul, wherever that self-realized soul looks, he doesn't see all the variety of forms in this world. Wherever he looks, he sees the spurti, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, present everywhere. This is the truth. This is the truth. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had been in Gaya, where he received initiation, at that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveled back from Bihar. So Gaya is connecting, Bihar is connecting there to Bengal, on the northern side of Bengal. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came into the northern side of Bengal, and when he came close to the Ganga, he came to a place known as Kanai Natashala. So traditionally, Kanai Natashala, Kanai is Krishna, and a Natashala is obviously a place where works of art or manuscripts, scriptures are kept. So we can understand now, we would call it a big library. A library dedicated to Krishna. And also art was assembled there in Kanai Natashala. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting on the bank of the Ganga. He was chanting the Gayatri Mantra, which he had just received in the initiation from his spiritual master. So there are several Gayatri mantras that Vaishnavas chant, and amongst them there is one known as the Gopal Gayatri. So this Gopal Gayatri is dedicated to Gopal, to Lord Krishna only. Directly. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted the Gopal Gayatri, he saw Krishna right there in front of him. He became overwhelmed. Just having the darshan of Krishna, all ecstatic symptoms manifested in his body, he became completely overwhelmed. And then Lord Krishna disappeared. And at that point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood completely changed from ecstasy into a great shock of sadness and separation. And in great despair, he looked everywhere for Krishna. And in this way, he returned to Bengal, in this mood of looking everywhere for Krishna, the Krishna that he had found and that now he had lost. And so, everywhere, he was exclaiming, "Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna?" So, in this way, the devotees are always looking for Krishna. Sometimes Krishna may manifest himself, but then again, he is gone. So even in our neophyte stage, we are looking for Krishna. This is the key, to look for Krishna. It is not about the ritual. It is not about, are we performing all the aratis? Are we performing the fast on the right day? Are we drinking water or are we not drinking water? It doesn't matter. It is said when the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri, the king was very eager to see them. The associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were very famous. And the king was on the roof, and next to him stood Gopinath Acharya. Gopinath Acharya was elderly, and Gopinath Acharya had been already in Navadvip before Chaitanya was born. He was of an elder generation. So Gopinath Acharya, he knew everyone in Navadvip, but now he had moved to Jagannath Puri. So he was with the king and pointing out who was who. And he said, oh, there, that elderly person who is dancing in ecstasy, that is Advaita Acharya. Acha. Or hey, Nityananda. Oh, this is Nityananda. In this way, he was pointing out all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the king was amazed to see them because they were all so effulgent and so full of bliss and so completely in another universe. Yes, they were very, very pleased. They were now coming to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They had journeyed a long way from Bengal. They had come on foot. To walk that distance is not a joke. But they walked. And it was as if they had wings. They walked very fast and somehow or other came to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then the king saw that they didn't go to the Jagannath temple. He said, oh, how is this? They're coming to the Dham. They're coming to this Kshetra Dham of Lord Jagannath. And they are not going to the temple of the Lord? No. They went straight to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And not only that, shortly after that, big baskets with Mahaprasadam were arriving. And the king said, they are not fasting? But normally pilgrims, when they come to Puri on the first day, they are fasting. He said, not the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are not fasting, they are feasting. So our tradition is a little different tradition. The essence is Krishna Prasadam. The essence is Krishna Prasadam. It is said, Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Pada Duli, Bhakta Bhukta Avasistina Mahabal. The water that has washed the feet of a devotee. The dust from the feet of a devotee, or the remnants of foodstuffs of a devotee. These trees are Mahabal, they are extremely powerful. So the Vaishnavas are not looking at renunciation. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is most detached of all? This hand hasn't touched money for 50 years. It was the other hand that touched it. This is what kind of... No, the Vaishnav will come. He says, you give me $1 million. It's what you will do with $1 million. He said, oh, I will do some seva for Krishna. You give. Tomorrow I will be back for another $1 million. I gave you yesterday. He said, yes. I spent it. Now you give me another $1 million. What is 2 million? We need more than that. So, but if 100 men can give $1 million each, that would be a good beginning. So if 100 men can come, I'll give you my phone number then. Yes. Because for Krishna there is no limit what we can spend. Because after all wealth belongs to Krishna. Therefore all the wealth in the world should be used for Krishna. Everything. And until we engage all the wealth of the world in the service of Krishna, it's not enough. It's not enough. We are never finished. As long as there's one person in this world who's not yet devoted to Krishna, our work is not completed. As simple as that. Every living being in the whole universe must be engaged in the service of Krishna. That is our seva. Because that is the desire of the Supreme Lord. Because the Supreme Lord, He cares about every living being. He has an intimate relationship with every individual living being. There is not one that is forgotten. There is not one in the black books. Sorry, this one I don't know. No. The Supreme Lord is, if one living being is missing, He's missing that living being. That is the nature of Krishna. So, Krishna has an intimate relationship with every single living being. There is no one who is not a devotee. Only some know it and others don't know it. That's all. In the Nectar of Devotion, there is a passage where Hiranyakasipu is seated on a throne. Now, we know he is a big demon, right? So Hiranyakasipu is sitting on a throne, and Hiranyakasipu is sitting there in great fear because he knows that it has been predicted by an Akash Vani, by a voice from the sky, that he will be killed by this eighth son of Vasudeva. What did I say? Oh, sorry, Kamsa. Oh, hey, a little mistake. Anyway, Kamsa. So, Kamsa was there in great fear, every moment, always thinking that he will come to kill me. But then comes the thought, what can he do to me? Nothing. I have very powerful allies. I mean, really, very powerful. Think of it, And the most powerful of all, Casey. I mean, what can he do about Casey? Just then a messenger came into the royal court. Your Majesty, a calamity. What? Your Majesty, Casey. No, Your Majesty. No. Your Majesty, Casey has been killed. No. He is too powerful. No. What am I going to do? Maybe I should just surrender to him. Nah. What will people say? Me, Kamsa, surrendering to Krishna. No. How can I do that? Everybody will laugh at me. No. I can't do that. Then, instead, let me go to Vrindavan and inflict pain on the residents there. But how can I do that when I'm too afraid to go out of the palace? So I like this passage very much. I call it Kamsa's moment of doubt. Where even his demoniac heart cracked for a moment. Only for a moment, but it cracked. Like the sun sometimes comes through thick clouds, there is a hole, and for a moment the sun shines. In this way, Kamsa was covered, but for a moment his devotee identity came out. Even Kamsa. So, therefore, there is hope for us, little demons. Kamsa, after all, was a big demon. So we, little demons, we can also appreciate that actually, under the covering of the clouds of illusion, there is a devotee. Everyone is a devotee. There is no doubt about it. It's already there, this Krishna consciousness. It's not an artificial imposition on the mind. It's not, how am I going to do this? Is this for me? Is this suitable for me? Is it me? Yes, it is you, O Kamsa. And yes, it is you, Hiranyakasipu. And yes, it is you, O Putana. Right? Yes. All are actually devotees. All of us are simply devotees. Nothing else, and nothing else will work. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam risikena risikesa sevanam bhaktir uchate. That we have so many designations. I'm a bank director. You didn't know? Yes. That's my job on the side. Yes, that's me. Have a card. Bank director. Big bank also. Yes. International wala. Oh yes. You can see my card. Yes, yes, yes. I am important. VVIP. Yes, not, you understand? Double V, huh? Don't mess with me. Yes, all these things. Upadi, my designation, who I am. Do you know who I am? I mean, no, listen, do you know who I am? Yes, you are an eternal spirit soul, an eternal servant of Krishna. Yes, it's hard to hear the truth, not so easy. But this is the truth. Oh yes, all are simply devotees of Krishna. I agree, sometimes you wonder, sometimes you meet someone and go, is this one also a devotee of Krishna? It happened to me also, that I had my moments of doubt, that I looked at someone and said, this one also? But yes, even that one is included. So when one has this vision, that one sees everyone is by nature a devotee of Krishna, then one can be full of compassion. Then one can see the good in someone. One can see, he's just temporarily covered. And somehow or other, let us do something. We go on Harinam in the street. Someone covers their ears. I chant a little louder. Make sure they hear it anyway. And when the Harinam party goes through the street, then know that all the people in the street are getting purified. But that's not all. Even the street itself gets purified. So the people that go to the street, even after the Harinam has left, they also become purified. That is the power of the holy name. It is the power of the holy name, that it is Chintamani. It is transcendental touchstone. Whatever becomes touched by the holy name, transformed, just like that stone that can turn things into gold. Gold, 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 gold. Gold finger, gold. Yes, have to be careful. But this touchstone, this holy name, transforms everyone. It awakens the original identity. Therefore, it is sometimes called mantra ashod. Ashod means medicine. The medicine of the holy name, of the mantra. And the example is given of a snake charmer, that when someone is bitten by a snake, that then they can become purified by this mantra. The snake charmer chants a mantra and can bring someone back to consciousness. In India we have such things. In Mayapur we have so many cobras in Bengal. So in Mayapur we had someone, whenever someone was bitten by a snake, we would take him there. He had a Garuda Shila. He puts it on the wound, and black blood would come out. And then he chants some mantra in the ear of the person, and they would regain consciousness. Then we had to keep them awake the whole night, not allowed to rest. So we had a team to walk with them. Then next day, bas, ho gaya. Yes. So these snake charmers are very expert. And with the mantra, they can drive away that illusion. But Prabhupada's favorite comic of a of a man saying, chant, 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 and a lady saying, can't, right? And Prabhupada had this Xeroxed, because in those days you could not do any quick forward, posted on Facebook. But Prabhupada had it Xeroxed, and he sent that all over the world by post. He liked that very much, that comic. People say, can't. Prabhupada gave an example of an old lady, and she was on her deathbed, and her son was asking her, chant the holy name. And she says in Bengali, Aur gona kitab bolta pare. She's saying, and what more do you want me to say? She can say all that. What more do you want me to say? That she can say, but she cannot say Hare Krishna. Yes. But Pasupaki Jura Pashana Vidane, by the mercy of Lord Nityananda now, even if the Pashu and the Paki, even if the animal, even if the bird, if they hear the chanting, they also get delivered. You don't even have to chant it if your neighbor chants it. Therefore, let us always have kirtan in the house, loud, so that the neighbors can hear it. They may complain, but that is due to the demoniac contamination. We see when Srila Prabhupada was ill, and there was kirtan, the devotees would sometimes say, that it should be quiet. Prabhupada said, no, this is kirtan. This is not noise. This is kirtan. Yes. Kirtanya sadhari, somehow or other. To hear kirtan, to chant, and to hear again, and to chant. So, we can just push that one button on our phone and play a kirtan. If we cannot chant, then let there be kirtan. Kirtan in the car. In the morning when we rise, let there be a lecture or an audio book. There are so many audio readings now of Bhagavatam and of Bhagavad Gita. We can play it every day. If we do so, something will stick. Something. Agam dunvanti kasnena niharam iva baskara. The effect, which is like fog, covering our consciousness, that fog will be driven away. Because the name is Krishna. Krishna Surya Sa Maya Andakar Ya Hoita Krishna Taya Nai Maya Adikar. Krishna is like the sun, Maya is like darkness. Where there's Krishna, where there can be no darkness. As simple as that. So this is Krishna consciousness. But Manda Sumanda Matayo Mandabhagi Upadruta, we are lazy. And because we are lazy, therefore, do I have to chant? Oh, these beats are so heavy. Oh, my hand is too painful. Yes. My hand is tired from typing on the phone. I cannot move all these beats. Oh, so difficult. 108 times one round. It is so long. Oh. Okay, I'll surrender. Tomorrow. No. Not tomorrow, now. Tomorrow, kal. Mañana, they say in Mexico. Señor, mañana. Yes. When will it be ready? Mañana. Mañana you come and it will be again mañana. India, same thing. Kal. Jarur, bilkul, kal. Main to kal bata diya. I said tomorrow. It will be tomorrow. Eternally tomorrow. Never today. No, today. let us get serious about our chanting. That is the key, somehow or other. Serious about our chanting and serious about hearing. Chanting we measure, 16 rounds, no less. Reading we don't measure, therefore we don't do it. So set a goal. Half an hour, आधा घंटा, रोज चलेगा, आधा घंटा. Okay, put your timer, the phone timer, आधा घंटा. Read half an hour. Yes. It is a matter of life or death. If we don't read, then after some time, this devotional service will become a burden to us. We will lose the transcendental vision. And then, because we are still conditioned souls, we are in the conditioned states of bhakti, only in sadhana bhakti, only practicing devotional service. If we don't read, we lose the vision and the motivation and will experience this is too much of a burden. I can't do this anymore. Click, watch TV, or play with computer, play with phone, or whatever, or other things. We can do anything, but not chanting. So let us make sure there is hearing. This hearing is the oil of the lamp of chanting. It brings a new motivation. Simply hearing about Krishna, because Krishna is all attractive. So this is the month of Kartik, and in this month we increase our hearing and chanting. This is our business, somehow or other. So we will conclude the program with the Dhamma Dharastaka today. I will sing that also, and then I will escape. And because I've been here the whole day, we had initiations here this morning, and then we had some Gujarati lunch. And then I am trying to recover from that. And at the same time, I'm also here with you, trying to recover from Maya. We are trying to recover from Maya for so long. Pisa chira kole, kotra nita jayo Maya, pisa chira kole. For such a long time we have been sleeping on the lap of the witch Maya. Sleep, you are tired. Rest, you are not well. You want this devotional service? Kal, tomorrow. Now, rest, relax. Do not stress so much. This bhakti is good, but it gives you too much stress. So first rest. Take it easy. Don't push. Don't get too serious now. Relax. Yes, your senses, you're still young. Senses are very strong. You cannot win. It is not possible. But where there's hearing and chanting, Maya's grip is becoming loosened. So we have to understand, we are already in Maya's grip. It's not that we are in a neutral state between Krishna and Maya, and that sometimes Maya attacks us, and other times we feel inspired by Krishna. No. We are in Maya's grip, and we've been in Maya's grip for many, many lifetimes. So, and Maya is trying to tell us, no, it's okay. I think I have to go. No, just stay. It's all right. You don't need to go anywhere. No, I have to go and chant. No, I have to get up early. No, don't get up so early. It's nice and warm here. Feel your pillow is like so nice. Your blankets, they love you. Don't leave them now. Yes. How can you? How can you leave them? Okay then. 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes. Oops, 1 hour. How did that happen? How did that happen? This is the famous 5 minutes. 5 minutes with Maya. No. Get the most murderous tone, alarm tone that you can find. Put it as loud as possible and not too close in reach so you can't turn it off. Something like Of course, when you live in New York, sounds like that don't bother you because sounds like that you hear all night, 24 hours. I've just spent some time in New York and in the temple in Brooklyn, and at night several times I'm shaking in the bed because the train goes under the bed. There's a train going under my bed and it's really shaking. Sometimes I don't wake up from the noise, I wake up from the shaking. Bed is shaking, so it's like, phew. But whatever. Let's make an endeavor. Let's make an endeavor to rise early. It's not that you have to go to bed between 10 and 11. In the temple, if you are a temple devotee, that would be considered forbidden. That's emergency level. Going to bed between 10 and 11 is not the standard in the temple. Right? You have to be in bed before 10, better at 9. Because if you're in bed at 9, then you wake up at 3. And if you wake up at 3, then you can chant and chant and chant. Yes, I say, yeah, but if I wake up at 3, then I'm very tired. Of course you are if you go to bed late, but if you go to bed early enough, then no problem. This is the key. Therefore, set your alarm clock at night. So, very loud. 9 o'clock. And just... Or you set up an automatic, now you can make everything digital. So you make a thing in your house that at 9 o'clock all the electricity goes off in your house. Finished, party over. Turn off the light. Somehow or other. Srila Gaurakasodas Babaji Maharaj, right? He used to fast regularly. And sometimes when he got hungry, he would eat some clay. Just to, satisfy his stomach. So the other times, he would chant all night. He would take a lump of clay, put it in a cloth, and just tie it on his head. So it's a big stack of clay on his head. So that if he would nod off while chanting, that he would wake up. Srinivasa Acharya and his associates on Ekadasi, they would chant the whole night. They would not go to bed tonight. They would stay up. And you know what they would do? They had sikas. They take their sikas, pull them up, and tie them with a string on the roof, on the ceiling. And so they had to sit up. There was no sleeping. In this way, they managed to chant the whole night. Now, this is not fanaticism. They did it because they had such a desire to chant. So let us somehow or other think, hearing about these acharyas, in this month of Kartik, make a special endeavor to hear and chant. Increase our hearing and chanting. If we didn't start that yet, we can still start now. Better late than never. But this is Kartik, the month to do something special. And whatever we do in Kartik gives us special benefit, 1,000 times the result, actually. And in this month of Kartik, whatever we do then is the beginning of a regular habit. We can build up some good momentum in this month that will give our spiritual life a big boost. A big boost. So let's do it. Let's give it a boost. And I know I also have to work. And yes, but still, something special in the months of Kartik. That is actually how one can break through to the other side. We see that Kavi Karnapur is the son of Sivananda Sen. Sivananda Sen was a close associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He brought Kavi Karnapur as a baby to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kavi Karnapur crawled up to the Lord, put the toe of the Lord in his mouth and started sucking the toe. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu let him suck the toe. A few years later, when he was 5, Kavi Karnapur started reciting all kinds of poetry that he composed about Krishna. Kavi Karnapur became a great writer, a great philosopher. So he wrote one play called Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak. And in that play he describes there are 2 types of devotional service. He says devotional service with nectar and devotional service without nectar. Which one do you want? You want some juice, some ras, or not? This Kartik is meant to help us break through by strong hearing and chanting. A special month. So we are very fortunate that we are here today in this temple, and we can sort of, while we are singing the Dhamma Dharastaka next, we can sort of have a little prayer from, all right, Krishna, I will do it. I will make a special endeavor in this month. Okay, I will end now, and I will this time skip the questions. I know you must have some, but I have no more energy because I came here early in the morning. I am finito. I will sing for you specially because you are my dear friend. I will sing for you half an hour of Dhamma Dharastaka, and then I will jump in the car and drive away from here because on Tuesday I'm flying to Europe and I have to finish some business for Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kartik Urja Vrata ki jai. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Hare Krishna.
I'm here, Maharaj, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Now we change the position of the mic. Namam Vishwaram Satsit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokale Brajamanam Namam Ishwaram Satsit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokale Brajamanam Yasoda Biyalukaladavamana Param Ristam Achanta Todrucha Gopya Yasoda Biyalukaladavamana Param Ristam Achanta Todrucha Gopya Rudantamohanetram Yugmam Mejantam Karambuja Yugmena Satankanetram Rudantamohanetra Yugmam Mejantam Karambuja Yugmena Satankanetram Muhaswasakam patirekam kakanta Sthitai graivam damodaram bhaktivadam Muhaswasakam patirekam kakanta Sthitai graivam damodaram bhaktivadam Muhaswasakam patirekam kakanta Sthitai graivatam udaram bhaktivadam Ite drikshani labhirananda kunde Swagosam nimajantam akhyapayantam Ite drikshani labhi ananda kunde Swagosam nimajantam akhyapayantam Tane Kadiye sita gyesa bhakta jitatvam Punas prematastam santam vittevande Kadiye sita gyesa bhakta jitatvam Puna prematastam santa vittevande Varam deva moksham na moksham vadim va Nachanyam vitneham vajasadapiha Varam deva moksham na moksham vadim va Nachanyam vitneham vajasadapiha Idam te vapunata Gopal Balam Sadam emanasi virastam kemanya Idam te vapunata Gopala Bala Sadam emanasi virastam kemanya Idam te mukam mojam adantanile Vitam kundalai snigdarakdai sagopya Idam te mukam bhajam madhyantanile Vitam kuntalai snigdarakdai sagopya Muhashamitam bimbarakadaram me Manasya virastam alam laksalabha Muhashamitam bimbarakadaram me Manasya virastam alam laksalabha Namo Deva Dhamma Dharananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Jalabdi Magna Namo Deva Dhamma Dharananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Jalabdi Magna Krispadisivresyati dinambatana Gihane samam magyam medakshadrisya Kripadiste vresyati dinambatana Gihane samam magyam medakshadrisya Hey. Kuviratmajo badamujai vayatva Tvayamuchito bhakti bhajo kritocha Kuviratmajo badamujai vayatva Tvayamuchito bhakti bhajo kritocha Tata prema bhaktim sakame prayacha Namokse graham ishti dhamadareha Tata prema bhaktim sakame prayacha Namokse graham ishti dhamadareha Namaste Sudamne Sporadipti Damne Tvadiyadajayanta Vishwasya Damne Namaste Sudamne Sporadipti Damne Tvadiyadajayanta Vishwasya Damne Namo Radhikaya Tadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Tadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Tadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namam Ishwaram Satchit Anandarupam Lasat Kunalam Gokali Brajamana Namam Ishwaram Satchit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokali Brajamana Yasoda Biyonu Kaladavamana Paramistamatyanta Toyucha Gopya Yasoda Biyonu Kaladavamana Paramnisamatyanta Toyucha Gopya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Dhamma Dharastaka, Dhamma Dharastaka, Dhamma Dharastaka. 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 Shri Radha Damodar ki jai, Shri Shri Kartiko Jabrat ki jai, Anant Koti Vaisnava Vrind ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Yamuna Mai ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaisnava Vrinda ki jai, Nita Gaur Premananda. Govindam Adi Purusham Maham Bhajami. Govinda Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, and thank you for your kind association. Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.